Welcome to Aaron Plays. This is the third level of the dungeon that I'm going through with Fayon, who aims to misbehave. He's playing a bad dude. He's taken he's taken all negative options so far on the plot cards. This is still the core dungeon of the Helm set, and we're into the third level. Labyrinth. Discard one ration. If you have no rations, lose one health. But I do have the Explorer's map, so I do not get lost. Haha, I know your labyrinths, oh, evil, whoever you are in charge of this dungeon. I've now found an altar. Sometimes a sanctuary is found in the least expected places. You drop at the altar and pray for. Remember, bad dudes also have gods. He gains his second blessing. Skirmish. I'm actually going to look at this card. It's an ambush. Okay. So I would take this ambush, but I'll use my magic ring of invisibility to avoid that ambush. If you checked out the previous videos for this, you'd have seen he picked up the magic ring, which, as shown there, once per dungeon level, you may avoid an ambush. Doesn't define what the magic ring is, but I've decided it's a ring of invisibility, which fits in with this character. We now find a merchant. I've got no gold, and I've got no particular need to sell anything. However, this is an ambush. It could be tricky. I can avoid it if it's a skirmish with my robes. Go on, let's look at this card. It's a campsite. That was fortuitous. You have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. You will not be long before you attract attention to yourself. Choose one of the following actions. Cook. Spend one ration to gain 3 energy. I'm only down 1 energy. Search. Gain 1 ration. Or rest. Spend 1 ration to gain 2 health and lose 1 poison. I think we'll do that. 2 rations left, so now I'm down to 1 ration. I gave me 2 health back, so I'm back at full health, and I lose the poison. So he's fully fit. Clearing. Draw a plot card. The Shrine. In the clearing you find a towering shrine covered in vegetation. You are overwhelmed by a sense of power, just as a gentle breeze rushes past you. Gain blessing totals equal to your position on the morality track. Well, my position on the morality track is -3. But it says gain blessings, so I don't gain any, but it doesn't say I lose any. So, we go nothing for your shrine. But that has put 3 eyeballs, which takes me over the 10. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I encounter the boss at this point. Okay, so determine which actual boss I encounter. Alright, so that's done by looking at the enemies. So there's an undead, 2 undead, and an ice. So that means I encounter the undead boss, which is a leash. So put those to the side there. A leash, or lich. No T. Alright, so he's got 20 health. Okay, so let's give him 10 there and 10 there. Go close up. 20 health, he does 4 damage, 2 treasures, and he's vulnerable to anything that will affect undead. I have my holy water hand grenade. That might prove useful. When the Lich hits you with his initial attack or counter strikes, he steals 2 energy. That's potentially nasty. Okay. Right then. So, look, just before the Lich occurs, I get to look at my blessings. So that would remove any poison. I didn't have any poison, so that gained me nothing. Whichever evil god he was praying to. But I do get me energy back. Right, so I'm at full potential. Conceal's not going to help me, and dodge isn't going to help me. So I'm armed with my long sword. And my axe. And my offhand. No, it's just a primary hand. Okay. I'm going to initially go in with my axe. And then throw it when I can. Right. Okay, so the Lich attacks me. So 2d6, the difference between the two. Wow, that's a big hit. 5, 6, so take the difference between 5 and 2 is 3. Plus 4, 7 damage on its first strike. Some evil spell. 3, 6, 7 wounds. He also steals 2 energy. Okay. I'm going to initially chuck my holy water at it. You may discard this card to deal 2d6 damage, plus 5 damage to the undead. So I'm doing 5 to start with, plus whatever that holy water can do on 2d6. Come on, give me double 6. Come on. 4. That was rubbish holy water. Total of 9 damage done though. Is not too bad, I suppose. That puts him down to 11. Okay. He attacks again. Okay, it's only 1 difference this time, so it's 1 plus 4 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm down to 2 health. Got no healing potions. Nothing that can help me at this point. And again, I lose 2 energy. So the question is, do I go in with a sword, with a mighty swing, or with the axe? Throw the axe at him. You know, he's got 11 points. I've got the sword. I'm going to roll 3, which is the maximum I can roll, and hopefully some of those are 6s. Come on, a mighty swing from the blade. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Got nothing that re-rolls 1s. Got no blessings left, so I could actually re-roll the dice. No, he's down to 2 health. Well, here's hoping on his strike he rolls a blank. Wherever he rolls doubles, because any hit is only 4 damage. This is hopefully a doubles that he misses. It's doubles! Oh, Fayon smirks as the spell that the Lich throws at him bounces off. He shrugs forward. He uses... Oh. He still dealt the 2 energy. Doesn't say he doesn't. So my last remaining 2 energy. I roll 2 dice. Doesn't matter. That's 8 points of damage. He takes down the Lich. Ha ha ha. Well, there we go. It needed him to roll that, which he did. So, well, that concludes the dungeon. Sometimes it pays to be bad. Okay, so now let's see what his actual score is. Okay, he gets 1 point for each health and energy token you have left. A massive 2. 3 points for each gold. He has no gold. 2 points for each defeated enemy. 2, 4, 6, 8. So the total is now 10. Points equal to the cost value of all items you possess, including loot, potions and trappings. Okay, so he's on 10. 4 for a sword is 14. The map, 15, 16. The axe, 17, 18. The dagger, 19, 20. The robes, 22. And the magic ring, 25. Points equal to the dungeon level on which you won the game multiplied by 2. He's on dungeon level 3. Multiplied by 2 is 6. 25 plus 6 is 31. Points equal to your position on the morality track. A negative position will subtract points. Well, that's a bit rude. Neg 3. I lost the score. I was, oh, should I have gone? Well, I think, well, that puts him less than 30. Which, according to their Iron Helm, he gets a hovel. So aiming to misbehave hasn't rewarded him that much, has it? But there we go. So what I will do, I will save his gear and everything, and he will move on to a second dungeon, level 2. So that was out of the 4 base characters then. 2 failed and 2 got through. I have 4 of the expansion packs, another 2 on the way. Okay, there are 2 level 2s and 2 level 3s. So what I'm going to do is, with this chap, should we have him go and see the Warrens of Despair or Gallox Labyrinth? I'll tell you what, let's roll it, shall we? 1, 2, 3, it's the Warrens of Despair. 4, 5, 6 is to the one. Alright, so he will be going into the Warrens of Despair. What these expansion packs do, they change some of the monsters. There's a definite boss in there. There's a new skill card. And there's various trappings and new loot and such forth. And some plot cards. So I'll be taking things out of the actual deck and then adding them back, adding cards from this expansion pack into the deck. And therefore we now know that Sorteb, who was the other character we passed, he'll be going into Galnox Labyrinth. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the adventures of Fayon. So he's got to have a moniker. Fayon the Unworthy. Yeah, Fayon the Unworthy. Thank you for watching, as I said. Please join me on the next videos. Like and subscribe if you liked what you did. Add any comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one.